welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing really well, or if you are new, hello and welcome. So for today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 yummy, simple, easy and quick family affordable recipes. Wow, that was a mouthful. So I'm going to be sharing with you lots of affordable meals. I really hope that you enjoy this video. I hope you get some inspiration from it. And I really hope that you guys are okay with everything that is going on at the moment. I'm sending you lots of love and I hope that you are staying safe at home. So without further ado, let's get on with this and I can share with you the meals I've been making for my family. So the first meal is going to be a chicken pasta dish. This is like a creamy chicken pasta dish, a bit like a carbonara, a bit like an Alfredo chicken. It's kind of a mixture in between. But the first thing you're going to want to do is add chicken to your slow cooker. You can use diced chicken like myself, or you could use chicken breasts. And then I'm just going to season them with salt and pepper and also some garlic, just to give some flavour to the chicken. And then you're going to want to give it a really good mix, make sure everything is coated in the salts and the peppers and then the garlic so that it's all seasoned. Then I also added 150 millilitres of single cream, which I don't know why my camera didn't film it. And then I also added in some mixed herbs. And then some chicken stock, so there was 300 millilitres of chicken stock in there. Give that all a really good mix. And then what I'm going to do is leave it on high for 2.5 hours, or you can leave it on low for 4. Then when I come back to it after the 2.5 hours, I added some butter in and gave that another good mix, just to try and thicken everything up and make sure it's extra creamy. I also then added in some grated cheese, gave that a really good mix. Then I added in my pasta and I left this in the slow cooker on high for 25 minutes. Then once the pasta was all cooked, it was ready to dish up. This is super yummy, like creamy, cheesy, garlicky pasta, and we just love this in our house. And I also added a little bit of chives on top just to give it that extra little bit of seasoning. And we also added some grated cheese as well. The second dish I'm going to be showing you is a gnocchi dish. We love having gnocchi in our house. We always have it in the cupboard because it's a perfect meal. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple and it's yummy. So we're having it with some bacon, some little bacon pieces, some pesto and some frozen peas. So all I'm going to do first is start to cook my bacon. I'm just going to add a little bit of fry light to the pan, add in my bacon, and then once that's cooking I'm going to make my gnocchi in a pan as well with some boiling water. I'm also adding in the frozen peas with the gnocchi as well so they can cook at the same time. But the gnocchi takes like 3 to 5 minutes. Like, it doesn't take long at all. It's super simple and easy and it tastes delicious. I'm then going to add the pesto in with the bacon bits that are now cooked and mix it all together, and it gives a really nice paste and sauce to the gnocchi. It's just perfect because I know a lot of you ask me like, what do you have with gnocchi? I want to try gnocchi and I don't know what to have with it. There's all sorts of different things you can have with it, but this is one of our favourites. I like to add pesto to it. And you can also just add butter and have it with just butter. You can also fry gnocchi. There's loads of different ways, but this is one of our favourites. And this is how it turned out. It was super delicious, and like I said, it's really simple and easy to do. Now this next one, I don't know if I've shared it before. I think I have in a slow cooker meal ideas video, but again it's one of our favourites in our house. Simple, easy, and it's packed full of vegetables and it tastes delicious when it's left in the slow cooker. So the first thing I'm going to add is my potatoes. I'm going to leave the skin on as well just because it makes life easier. So I'm just popping them at the bottom of the slow cooker. Then I'm chopping up some carrots and I'm going to add them into the slow cooker as well. The next thing to add is the diced beef. Then I'm going to chop up an onion and add this in as well because it gives it really nice flavour. And I'm also going to add some frozen peas in with this one today. Add in a beef stock cube as well with 300 millilitres of water, mixing that all up and adding that into my slow cooker as well. And then I'm going to leave it on low for 4 to 6 hours and let it just cook away and go really lovely and soft. So this is what it looked like after 4 hours. I then turned it up to high and left in some Bisto gravy granules, just to give them a little bit of thickness to the sauce that we already have in there, and it just makes it super delicious. Then once you think it's ready to eat, dish it up. We had ours with some Yorkshire puddings and it was honestly delicious. This is a really nice hearty meal that we love to have through the week, and it leaves us all nice and full. This next meal was quite random. I just kind of came up with it because we had some leftover pesto. So the first thing I did was add some sausages to a baking dish that I could put in the oven, and added some paprika to give it a little bit of flavouring. I then chopped up some peppers and an onion and added these in as well. I thought I would use the leftover pesto sauce just because it was in the fridge, and I thought I need to use it for something instead of wasting it. So I thought I would add it to this and see what it would be like, and it was actually delicious. So I just spreaded it across the sausages. Then once all of that was spread on, I then added my peppers and my onions to the mix, and I popped it in the oven at about 180 to 200 degrees. We've got an AG, so it's a bit different, but it's probably that temperature anyway. And I left it in for about 40 minutes to an hour, just kept checking on it to see what it was like. And honestly, they came out and they were delicious, and we served it with some mashed potatoes. So I'm just chopping up some potatoes to boil here, and it was honestly so nice, just different to your normal sausage and mash with gravy. We just thought it'd be different, and it was really, really yummy. I like to use my little whisk to do my mashed potato because it leaves it really creamy. But this is how it looked, and yeah, it was really gorgeous. And this final dish is a tuna pasta bake one, but it's a little bit different to the normal tuna pasta bake dish. So you'll need some pasta, some sweet corn, 2 tins of tuna. I like to add in a tin of chopped tomatoes, and we also had even more pesto left, so I added in a big dollop of this as well. And I added some grated cheese on top once I've cooked everything together. So the first thing I'm going to do is boil my pasta, of course. And while this is boiling, I'm going to add some tomatoes to a frying pan and add my pesto as well, and the sweet corn and the tuna and everything, and mix all that together. Once the pasta is cooked and all the sauce and everything is mixed as well, I'm going to drain the pasta off and add in the sauce to the pasta. And then once that's all mixed in together, I'm going to add it to a big oven dish, sprinkle on some cheese and pop it in the oven for 20 minutes on 180, just so that the cheese all melts and it's all lovely and delicious. I love this meal because everyone eats it. It's super delicious and it's easy to make. We also had loads left over, so we could have it for lunch the next day as well, which is always a bonus, especially with everything going on at the minute. So that gives us another meal. Thanks for watching. Bye!